Every time I'm going out, the same things keep happening. New boy, same tricks. Coming close to me now, trying to be smooth. So here we go again, here we go again. You're trying to buy me drinks, and I don't like your cheap tricks. Take it somewhere else, would ya? Would ya?
Hey guys, welcome back. Today is the long-awaited, I've been waiting for this video, fall decorate with me. I hauled a ton of stuff recently from Hobby Lobby and Home Goods. I show you all of the Hobby Lobby goodies that I picked up in another video, which I will link in the cards for you right now if you want to go and watch that first. And then the other half of this stuff I actually grabbed at Home Goods and have not shown you any of it. It's a total surprise. I cannot wait to see how these two things, or these two kind of ideas that I have in my head, come together. I've got some black and white, I've got some green and orange. In my head, this is gonna be so cool. So hopefully it does work out. I'm excited you're here to join me. We're gonna go ahead and get started because I am literally dying with excitement. I'm going to start out by just unloading everything onto the floor so that I can see it. This is my favorite way to decorate, just collect everything and get it all into one big pile so I can see what I have, and it just really helps me get inspired and start thinking about where I really want to set things up. Another tip I have is just to keep your receipt. I actually did end up returning a few things so that I could buy an extra pillow for the couch, which you'll see in a minute. But here is what I have, and I think everything looks really cute together. I'm going to start with the thing that I'm the most excited about, which are these buffalo plaid pillows. I got them 50% off at Hobby Lobby and only paid $12 each for them, which is amazing. And I'm even tempted to incorporate this into my Christmas decor just because I love it so much. For the coffee table, I grabbed this at Home Goods for $25. It is just the perfect size. It is exactly what I was looking for. The one that I have on there before is very similar, but obviously it's meant for springtime. I did forget to pick up candles though, which stinks. But guys, let me know in the comments if you think I should do white or orange candles. I just cannot decide. Then this little checkered scarf, I'm actually seeing if I like over here on the couch. Something that you will notice about me is that when I decorate, and I think a lot of us are like this, I move things around. I just keep moving things around until I'm happy. So I do end up moving that here in a minute. But I also grabbed this darling little basket at Hobby Lobby to hold Lila's toys in under the coffee table. I have this pretty blanket from last year, and this blanket ladder is new to me though, so I'm just going to set this over to see how I feel about this. Now I'm just moving over to our entertainment center, and I'm going to move things around on this galvanized tray until I'm happy. Lanterns are a really fun decor piece, like a staple in my opinion, just because you can fill them up with seasonal decor. This is some fall time potpourri that I had left over from last year, and I love to put pumpkins in this. I think it's so cute. So the smaller pieces I like to use as fillers for dead space. As you see, I'm not perfect at it. Like, I definitely have a dead space here in the back, but it's just kind of fun to see the little colors peek through. At the end of this video, I do have a little bonus. We are going to be making some s'mores cookies together, which are our family favorite. So make sure you stay tuned to the end. Moving on to this little shelf, I actually ended up moving this, which I'm a little bit on the fence about even putting it back. Cody, he helps me. He'll come down and be like, oh, I love that. Or he said, I think the color on these pumpkins is too bright. It doesn't go with the other orange you have. So I guess I'm still going to keep looking, or like I said, I might put it back. He is right. These pumpkins are a little bit brighter. The other orange I have in the living room is a little bit more dull, but I did end up adding these little checkered confettis to the top of the piano, which I am definitely happy with. this shelf is giving me so much trouble. I don't know if it looks too weird to just have one little pumpkin there, but I feel like everything else just looks kind of off balance. Like I want things to be really well balanced. I don't know. What if I put this gold ball right here? Does that look weird? I feel like these two are too similar in height, but I don't really have anything else that could go here except for maybe this. But then I have words here and words here. What if I switched these? Decorating is harder than you think it's gonna be. Okay, I added this little squirrel with the gold pine cone right here. I'm still a little worried that it just doesn't look right because I've got two things here and two things here, two things there. Let's fill this up with some pumpkins. I feel like I'm so close, but it's just not quite right yet. So I'm gonna move on to another area and come back to this one after I put pumpkins in here. All right, I know this is a springtime tin, but it is the perfect size for right here. And I will keep my eye out and see if I can find something this size. But, whoops, for in the meantime, let's go ahead and keep it until I can find something else. Felt garlands are really popular right now, and I have to say I am a huge fan. I think they are so cute. This is a little one that I got off of Etsy, I think last year, but I keep pulling it out and using it right here on this shelf just because I love the texture and dimension it gives. On into the kitchen, I bought this little Simply Grateful pumpkin sign kind of with this spot in mind. However, it just was too small, and where I had the nail before for the Bon Appetit sign, it was just a little bit too low. So sadly this didn't work out, but it's okay because I found the absolute perfect spot for the pumpkin Simply Grateful anyway, so it's okay. I just left the Bon Appetit here. And then this is the pumpkin pie recipe. It's on the pumpkin. It's really cool. It is another one of my favorite things that I bought, and this was the absolute perfect place for it. Little tiered trays are really handy when it comes to decorating. If you are a decorator, I recommend getting one. I just think they're so pretty and so versatile. So I'm gonna just go ahead and work with this tray. I'm just gonna move things around until I'm happy. One thing that I did end up keeping are the little pieces of greenery, which I removed from every other place in the house, but I really felt like this tray needed the filler. Let me know if you have any other ideas for me of something else that I could put there instead, but for now I am happy with it, and like I said, I highly recommend getting one of these tiered trays. I got mine at Hobby Lobby. Friends tell me that I should move on and try and forget. This gray table runner is one that I absolutely adore. I leave it up most of the year just because I think it's really pretty, but I wanted it to bring in a little bit more orange. So I got this table runner off of Amazon. It ended up being quite a bit too long for the table, but when the table's extended, it should be perfect. So I went ahead and just put a little crease in the middle so it would fit the table space a little bit better, but it was the perfect color orange, and I'm definitely happy that I grabbed it. I thought the orange looked really cool up against the black table. Cody just came down, so I had the chance to ask him what he thought of everything. He does not like this plate here. He thinks it looks too big and awkward. So originally I was thinking about putting it in the kitchen anyway, so that leaves me with a blank spot right there. I feel like we're getting really close though. We just need to address this little corner here, And I think for the most part, that's the decorating done, except for that spot now where I don't have anything. And maybe what I need to do is just go buy another stand and stick this in the living room. I want to go back to Hobby Lobby anyway and grab another buffalo plaid pillow or two. So let's go ahead and finish up with the stuff we've got and see where we are. I'm really happy I moved this plaid charger into the kitchen. I just think it fit perfectly in here. I know you can get fall Rae Dunn mugs. I am on the lookout. I haven't seen any anywhere, but I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. And then I added this little galvanized candle house, and I thought it was adorable. I swapped out this candle for the caramel pumpkin swirl just because it's the right color, orange. Here's how that pumpkin pie recipe looks. Isn't that so cool? I just love this writing. I think it's really fun. So I need a little black stand so that this can go here. I agree. Cody was right. That looks better. Then I did end up moving this checkered scarf over to the blanket ladder, and I liked it better. For some reason, I just felt like the checks on that orange blanket were just clashing a tiny bit. So this was actually perfect. Again, this is a scarf. I just grabbed it in the Target dollar spot. I did go and pick up another pillow at Hobby Lobby. They were not 40% off anymore, but I did use my coupon. Or they were actually 50% off when I bought them a couple days ago. This really balanced the room out. I think that was a really good idea to put another one right here. Now that the house is decorated and I'm feeling especially cozy, we're going to go ahead and make the s'mores cookies. I will have the full recipe for these down in the description box below. But what you're going to need for this is flour, graham crackers, salt, some eggs, some marshmallows, baking soda, sugar, brown sugar, and vanilla and butter. You're also going to need some Hershey's Kisses. I like milk chocolate for this recipe. I think they just taste the absolute best. But what you're going to do is you're going to first soften 1 cup of butter. Then to the softened butter, you're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar and 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. Then you're just going to go ahead and beat this up until it is nice and smooth, and then add 2 eggs to the mixture, beating after each egg, which I did not do. Whoops. Then you're going to add, this recipe calls for a tablespoon of vanilla, which I think is insane. I went ahead and just added a teaspoon, but if you really like vanilla, then a tablespoon will be perfect. In a separate bowl, I'm going to mix up 3 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda. And then what I'm going to do for the graham cracker is add a couple of graham crackers to a plastic bag and just crush them up. I wish I'd crushed mine up a little bit more. You want the texture of this to be like sand. You want to add 1/2 cup of the graham cracker crumbs to your dry mixture and save the rest aside. And then go ahead and add this gradually into the wet ingredients, just a little bit at a time, mixing, and be sure not to over mix this one. It can make the batter a little bit stiff. It says to put these in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes, but I didn't do that. I just went right ahead into the rest of the graham cracker crumbs, and I'm going to coat the little cookie balls with the crumbs, and this is really fun. This tastes so good, and there's just a little bit of crunch to this, so it's absolutely delicious. These are going to go into a 350-degree oven for about 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to have some marshmallows, and what you're going to do is use the sticky side down. When the cookies come out of the oven and they're still warm, you're just going to press the sticky side of the marshmallow down into the cookie and then toast them. You're going to have to watch these like a hawk. These can burn so quickly, but I just went ahead and turned my oven on to broil, And then once, I literally sat there and watched this. Once they were done, nice and golden on the top, I pulled them out and just plopped a Hershey's Kiss right on top. These are so good. I recommend eating them warm, but if you are going to eat them the next day, you can just pop them into the microwave for a couple of seconds to soften them up just a bit. That is going to wrap up this video, guys. Let me know what you thought of the longer video style. This is definitely something I would love to do more of. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love fall. I hope you guys got some inspiration from this. Let me know how you're decorating this year. I would love to know kind of what your inspiration is, where you found your decor pieces, if you're using things from last year or if you did some shopping like I did. Don't forget to check the links below for the gate. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Have a gorgeous day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!